welcome back to Not So Starving Artists. I am your host, Vina, and today we have the lovely ladies from Co.LAB. We've got Kristina and Lyza in the house. What's up?
Hello.
So Kristina is a Ryerson graduate and a former member of Yoo-Hoo, formerly known as Urban Hip Hop Union, but we don't say urban anymore, which, if you guys don't know, is a competitive team at Ryerson. And Lyza is a former member of K9 Collective and Sensual Healing Company, which I love that name, by the way. Like, that's such a good name for a company. And they have both come together to start Co.LAB. And you want to bring out what we're eating today?
Okay, I ordered from a place called Casa Manila. It's a locally owned Filipino restaurant down the street from me. And I ordered some pork sisig. I feel like I don't support Filipino restaurants enough, so I feel like this was a good opportunity for me to support fellow Filipino business owners. So yes.
Yum. And Lyza, what do we have for you?
I have food from Home Appliance Co. They're actually a local food truck in my area. They actually just started, I think, not too long ago, like less than a year ago. And how I discovered them is that they actually park right outside of the Starbucks that I work at. And literally every single person that I work with is obsessed with them. And we eat at their food truck every single day. Like, they know us by name. My manager buys us lunch from there. Like, it's literally the spot to go to. And their food is so good. It's like burgers, fries. They have donuts, chicken sandwiches. They literally have like all the best sandwiches. Like, I can't praise them enough. But yeah, I wanted to support them because I know that they were hit by the pandemic really hard. The couple that owns it, they actually, the guy that is the chef, he worked at a restaurant before, so he was a chef and he lost his job because of COVID. And then his girlfriend, she worked as a retail manager, and I believe she lost her job from COVID as well. So then they came together and they started this food truck, and it's been kind of their new venture together, and it's been doing pretty well. So I love supporting them. The girl that owns it also is a yoga instructor, so I'm like, yeah, wellness, dance, we're basically the same person. We love food, we love moving.
I love that.
I literally,
so what did you get?
Like once a week. I got a Banquet Burger, because why not? It's basically just like a burger with cheese and bacon. And my favorite, this is their featured donut of the month, and it's a maple bacon donut. I'll show you a sneak peek of it.
Ooh.
Yeah. Damn. And it's like pretty affordable too. So
I love that. I kind of want one, but I'm supposed to be cutting back on sweets. But I did a little best of both worlds here. So we got our Southeast Asian with Kristina. We got our sandwich / burger with Lyza. So I have, this is from a place that's near me. I don't know if you can see it. It's called Just Braise. And they do these amazing fusion sandwiches. So I have a pho banh mi burger.
Ooh, that sounds so good.
What?
It's super good. I know the owners. Their names are Pat and Kat. Cute. They're adorable. And if you are in the Halton region, I would 100% go and support them. So yeah, let's start this off with like a little food cheers and take a bite.
Ooh.
Waiting all day for this. Literally.
Cheers.
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 So let's talk about you guys before pre-Co.LAB. How did you guys start off in dance in general? Lyza, how about you start this one?
how did I start off with dance? I literally don't remember my first dance class. I started when I was so young. I think I was 3. And growing up, I was like a studio kid. I did tap, jazz, ballet, lyrical, the whole shebang. I literally stayed in my studio until I was 18, and that's the studio that I teach at now, Toronto Dance Industry. And I feel like I was introduced more into the Toronto dance community when I came into high school. I joined my high school dance team at Notre Dame, and then I was also on Charismatic at Senator O'Connor. Um, so that was like my first intro to, high school dance competitions when there was like BYOB and Toronto's best high school dance crew, way back when. But yeah, once I kind of graduated from high school, I got into the drop-in dance class culture. I actually was able to work at Underground as a front desk associate when they opened. So I got to see kind of firsthand how a drop-in studio worked and what it was like, how the environment was. And yeah, from there, I was kind of dabbling around through different genres because, growing up a studio kid, you don't really do hip hop. And then I was taking all of these hip hop classes and like breakdancing I did too a little bit. And I just wanted to find, my home, kind of somewhere where I belong. And I feel like that's why I ended up joining K9, because I had a lot of friends on K9, and they asked me to join a while back, and I still wanted to kind of self-explore. So once I was ready, I wanted to settle down, and I literally said, I need a home. And then they took me in right away. And yeah, that was literally my one and only home for a really long time. Like, I think 3, almost 4 years. I competed with them a lot. But yeah, it's brought me to here. Now I'm just, trying to branch out more into my heels artistry after having my sensual healing training with Kayla. I also teach heels once in a blue moon. And yeah, I'm just focusing on teaching kids now as well.
All right, that's awesome. And Kristina, how did you get into dance?
Well, my first experiences dancing was actually from my Catholic youth group. So it's called Youth for Christ, and basically how I started dancing was there was like a camp, and like you get to choose a workshop. And so there was singing, there was dancing, there was acting and all that stuff, and they put me into dance. And that was my first time ever learning a choreography ever. And I guess that's when I kind of realized that I enjoyed it. So I danced a lot with my youth group, but I was never into like taking class or like on a team until YooHoo auditions. My first audition was actually my first time ever in a studio. I didn't know people could rehearse in a room with a mirror. So that was a really interesting experience for me. And I think once I joined YooHoo, that's when a lot of the doors started to open up for me for dance. That's when I started taking class in studios and competing against other schools. And yeah, I've been with YooHoo up until I graduated. So I was with them for 4 years. And that is pretty much it. Yeah, that's my little dance history.
So it sounds like you guys kind of came from different dance worlds. So how did you guys come together to start Co.LAB?
Funny story.
I love when people ask this.
Yeah, it's so funny. But we have mutual friends through K9, I believe. And it was actually one of them. Her name is Juliet, who kind of hinted to me. Basically, what happened was I was just talking about how, Toronto needs a new space, a new studio, and I think it should be women run. And Juliet literally messaged me, was like, hey, I have a friend. Her name is Lyza. She's from K9, and she literally has that idea. So if you want to reach out to her, here's her number. And basically, yeah, that's what happened. I messaged Lyza asking if she needed help with her studio because I would love to be part of this project. And she said, yeah, we met up at a Starbucks and that's how this all happened.
And the rest is history.
Basically. I think it's really funny too because there were so many instances that we were probably in the same location at the same time throughout the years that we've been dancing, and we've never met up until last year.
Yeah. And that just kind of shows how disconnected the community is. It's crazy.
I mean, I can relate to that. There is definitely a disconnect, especially within, like, even within the Toronto community, but like from the Toronto community and like anybody who's outside of the Toronto community, it's like we never meet each other. We're at all the same events, but we never meet each other. So when you guys came together, what were the very beginnings like? You know, like when you're like putting things down on paper and being like, okay, what is our name even? Like how did you come up with Co.LAB?
Okay, well, I just have to say, before I met Kristina, I like didn't know what a computer was. I literally had all my notes in like multiple notebooks, all my ideas kind of spread out and scribbled on papers. And Kristina's like, let me just type everything out for you and organize it. She's like, do you have a Google Drive? I was like, what's a Google Drive? I don't even know what that is. So she kind of saved me in a way. She's like, hi, welcome to 2020. You need to learn how to use this. But yeah, I feel like after that first meeting that we had, it was kind of like, I just feel like we clicked for some reason, even though it was literally the first time we've ever met. Like I literally told Kristina like what my idea was, and she's like, yes, we need to do this now, yes. And then every day after that, we were literally texting each other 24/7 with different ideas, different things that we could do. And yeah, that's how we kind of got to where we are today. And it still functions the same way. I have crazy ideas, and Kristina always has to take notes and like jot them down and organize everything. She's the organizer, and I'm kind of like,
she's like the dreamer.
Word vomit.
The big dreamer. Yeah.
Honestly, it sounds like you guys were meant for each other.
Yeah.
Because you always need someone with like the crazy ideas and someone to be like, this is how we're gonna make that work.
Yeah. Yep.
So when you first released the announcement to everybody that you're starting Co.LAB, you had a GoFundMe. And your GoFundMe raised a little over $6,000. So how do you think you're going to use that to fund your start? Because it's got to be expensive opening a dance studio.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. I think majority of it is going to be, honestly, even the down payment alone is what is going to eat up all of our majority of our funds. But on top of even just the down payment, it's going to go to renovations. We really want a space that is multifunctional and a really well built facility. So meaning good washrooms, maybe a change room, multiple studio spaces, a place where like a little lounge area where they can just hang out, do homework if they need to, take a nap if they need to. So a lot of the funds that we've raised from the GoFundMe is really going to literally build the space.
Have you guys found a space yet?
We have our hearts on one.
It's been a journey and a half, we'll tell you that. We've seen multiple spaces like between November to now, and we've actively been looking. We have a real estate agent that's been helping us as well, so that's been very helpful. In terms of if we actually have a space yet, not yet, but hopefully soon, because like Kristina said, we love a space, and oh my God, sorry. A space comes with a hefty price. Like also, Vina, like you said, we have raised over $6,000. a lot of the money that we are putting towards the space is going to be our personal money that we've been saving up for this big dream of ours. It's going to be money from the community. It's going to be money from investors. And yeah, pretty much a little bit from anywhere we can get. We've really kind of just been spreading the word and really trying to get support from anyone that we can. But yeah, it's really a collective.
100%. Well, hopefully somebody really, really rich sees this and is like, I want to fund that. Let me get on that. So, you know what? Let's help out that imaginary rich person who's going to be watching this. I'm going to put that out in the universe just now, so it happens potentially. What are the personal goals that you guys have for Co.LAB? We'll talk about the collective goals like in a second, but like personally, what do you want from it?
Kristina, do you want to go first? Okay, I'll go first so you can digest a little bit. I would say my personal goal is to create a space so that my team doesn't have to practice in hallways of universities anymore. And, you know, just to find a space that we can come back together after the pandemic, because I miss my friends and I want to dance again.
I didn't know you were done. For me, I think personally, wow, it's so crazy to me because I don't think I would have ever thought that I could have a career by owning a studio. And I think my personal goal is just to let other people know that you can have a career in the arts and you can pursue whatever you want to, whatever you want to do in life, that it's open to you. And I hope to be, how do I say this? I hope to be one of these people who help who help who help other people achieve their dreams in being an artist. Yeah, because I feel like I personally have been so supported by the community and by, you know, people from my youth group, and I want to pay it forward by being that person to help others achieve what they want to do. So I feel like Co.LAB is a space that can do that. I feel like it's definitely a place where we could bridge students to the industry, or, you know, even just helping them realize what they're actually passionate about. And yeah, that's me.
I love that. That's so wholesome. And I love the idea of like paying it forward, because you're right. Like in some ways, I know we mentioned before that the community is kind of separated, but a lot of this community is really supportive of each other.
100%.
And yeah, it would be amazing to have a space that kind of embodies the way that most of us feel about the community.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
So what is then your collaborative goal? So what do you guys want to achieve with/for this community?
Honestly, just a sense of community, a sense of togetherness, and, you know, bringing it back to like what the name is even is, like a place where they could collaborate with different artists, not even just dancer to dancer, but, you know, dancer to videographer, dancer to visual artist, to meet different mediums of art. Yeah, just a place where they could just be whoever they are and just create.
Yeah. Three of our like main values that we really live by with Co.LAB are respect, transparency, and inclusivity. So, you know, like Kristina just explained, we want to provide a space where everyone knows that they belong, a space where they feel safe, and, you know, a space where you as an artist is coming and you know what's going on in there, you know, like there's no gray areas or shadiness. Even if you just look through our Instagram, like you can see that we're very transparent with what we're doing, with what we want to do with our money, with our plans. We just want the community to know and want them to feel like they're a part of this journey of, building up Co.LAB, because this is for them. So we want them to be a part of it.
Hey, I'm gonna like cry from the wholesomeness because this is too cute. I like, and not in a condescending or patronizing way. I mean in like a genuine way.
Yeah.
So what, in your ideal world, maybe like 10 years, 15 years down the line, what do you envision at Co.LAB? And I mean like you can talk as specific as you want, but like literally what do you see for the space?
That's a good question. I envisioned a coffee shop. Yeah, just because the original idea of Co.LAB was for a coffee shop, because I want to own a coffee shop. So that's why it's Co.LAB, Coffee Lab. Hopefully it'll be working as a 2-in-1 one day. But in terms of like the whole creative studio aspect, I would say, thinking 10 years from now, I feel like a lot of business owners would want to like expand and like take over the world. But with Co.LAB, I really want it to stay true to its values and its purpose of being for the community. Obviously, like expanding to a bigger space would be nice, but I just really want to cater to the needs of community dancers, if that makes sense. Staying true to the city, really recognizing your roots and where you're coming from and paying it forward, like you said.
What about you, Kristina?
I just want to see the same teams, but their new generations using the space. That's all I really want to see. And the coffee shop. I really want the coffee shop to be there too. Like I envision, like a space where like people are eating and talking and laughing. And then on the other side of the wall, there's like a dance class happening. But then like there's also like people learning how to, edit videos or something like doing that. Like I envision like maybe like different things happening in different rooms with the hope that we have a space with multiple different rooms. But like grounding it to one single thing, like I hope it's the same community teams, but the next generation. And I hope to see the old generation teaching.
That would be actually really cool if we could like see the progression of like the current generation and even like our teachers now have a home in a space that is kind of lasting throughout Toronto. But also I love the coffee shop idea, and this is like funny on a personal note, is that like I have always wanted to open a studio / like coffee cafe, basically, with like pastries and stuff. Mine is like slightly different because I wanted to have a place that's like a holistic health center with like chiropractors and stuff. But I can relate so much to this vibe. Like,
honestly, hit us up.
Yo, if we're trying to expand into like the West, because y'all know the West is missing some spaces right now.
Yeah, for sure.
But actually, this is a perfect segue into our game for today. In this game, we are going to build your dream studio.
Oh my gosh.
My God. I don't know why I just pictured a slide.
Keep that energy. I am going to give you prompts as if this was like, have you guys ever taken an improv class?
No.
Okay, so this is going to be a crash course in improv. I'm going to give you a prompt, and you guys are just going to have to build off of each other. So let's start with something simple. I get into my car, turn on the keys, and put a location into my GPS. Where am I headed? This is if you had unlimited resources.
That's crazy.
If you had like unlimited resources, if you could literally pull from anywhere and do anything you want, go crazy.
Anything you want? Oh my God, I would want. You're going to Ripley's Aquarium.
The studio's in Ripley's.
My spirit animal is a stingray. If I could have a studio anywhere, it would be like, it would have that wall where you can see the stingrays floating. Well, not floating. Wait, swimming. They don't float.
I understood. All right, so I am headed to Ripley's Aquarium, which has now been renamed Co.LAB Aquarium.
Yes, love it.
I get there, I park my car, and I walk in the front door. What is the first thing that I see, Kristina?
Oh my gosh, now all I can picture are stingrays, but you see a massive oh my god, you see a massive foyer slash lounge slash welcome desk with the friendliest face at the welcome desk.
Is that your face?
I was gonna say, so seeing your face.
Yeah, sure, I'll be front desk. Yes, you see my face there.
All right, so I'm walking in. I see a huge lounge. I've got Kristina on my right, smiling at me, and I'm like, oh my god, she's so friendly. And I've got a wall of stingrays on my left, and I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna sting me. I turn into the first studio space. What does it look like?
I would say like big, but not too big, you know, perfect size. A little bit of Goldilocks here. I would say like, I don't know why my dream studio is like, I guess because I like love ML so much. I went there for the first time a couple years ago. And like, I feel like the vibe of when you walk into that ML studio with like the big ML in the background is just like, that's like every dancer's dream. So I imagine like a nice mirror with like the light shining on you and a nice Co.LAB sign on the wall in like indigo and nice like hardwood floors. I don't know. There's gonna be, we're at Ripley's Aquarium, so I feel like you're hearing that like aquarium music. Oh, that's like very, yeah, it's like very calming. So it's like you're walking into class nice and calm, relaxed, you know, getting your mind ready. But I feel like that's what you would feel, you know, it's the full experience.
Yeah, the vibes are like there's people chatting, but it's not like intimidation or it's not like gossip or whatever. Everyone's just chill.
Yes, relax, chill, open.
All right, so I walk into the studio, you know, let's just say, change into my indoor shoes. I'm ready to take a foundations class. Who's teaching this class?
Oh, that's beyond my expertise of the dance. I don't know anyone. Oh my gosh.
You could get anyone in the world who's teaching a foundations, anything. You can even pick the style.
Kristina, do you have an answer for this?
I don't.
Who's your dream teacher? Go, come on, you gotta have a dream teacher.
My dream teacher, my dream teacher is Neil Lordson.
From you.
Yes, but he's not teaching foundations. He's not going to be teaching foundations. He's probably going to be teaching some advanced level, very intricate stuff. I can't think of a foundations teacher at the moment.
Oh my god.
All right, so how about we have Neil Lordson teaching in the next room, and I'm getting hella intimidated by the advanced class that's going on, but like, who would you have teaching the beginners who are introducing themselves into the community?
I'm trying to think of like all of the friendliest people I know. I don't know why off the top of my head, someone from the community I could see teaching a really good beginner class is AJ.
I was like, I have someone.
I'm like, I need someone that has a friendly face. I don't know why AJ popped into my head. So random, but yeah, I would say AJ.
Fun fact, AJ Velasco's class was the very first class I ever took at Underground. I was like, you know what? I like this. I like this. I could get into this.
Yeah.
I'm so happy you had a good first class experience.
That was my first like drop-in class. My first class was actually at Studio 2. Kristina, you know
I
Studio.
love Studio 2. Studio 2, actually, the vibe of Studio 2 is what I want for Co.LAB. They're just so friendly there, and like you could have never taken a dance class before. Like I think my first class outside of like auditions at Yoohoo was a Studio 2 class because someone from Yoohoo was teaching. And honestly, like I've never felt so like I have no idea what I'm doing, but that's totally okay. And I really want to bring that same vibe to Co.LAB. So thank you, S2, for making classes great.
Little shout out to S2, a little self promo because I'm on the exec team. Okay, but continuing with your dream studio. So I'm finished class, I'm hella thirsty, I need like a place to sit down. What does your lounge look like? And this, I think, is where you're gonna need the slide.
Yeah. Wait, easy, simple. So after you finish class, you enter through one way, you exit the other way. It's a slide that slides you down and brings you to that, you know, the iconic stingray tank in Ripley's aquarium.
Oh my gosh.
And that's where you're sitting and relaxing, you know, you hear the waves of the water behind you. You're like, yeah, that was a good class. And you're sitting with your friends and enjoying some Co.LAB coffee because there's going to be a coffee shop. And yeah, I think that's where like the relaxing lounge would be. I can't imagine it anywhere else.
With the stingrays.
Yeah. What's more calming than stingray? Real question.
Wouldn't people be afraid of stingrays though? Because they sting?
I
Yeah,
think
but when you watch them, they're like this. They're like,
yeah. I think there's also pet stingrays at Ripley's, right? Like you can.
I've done it before.
Really?
I've literally swam with the stingrays inside Ripley's.
That's really cool.
I'm telling you, I'm obsessed. And the thing I love about stingrays is at the bottom of them, their face looks like a little smile.
Yeah, that's true. That's
All right,
precious.
so what I see is that after class, I'm about to get changed into my swimsuit and we're gonna go swimming with stingrays.
Yes. What's it
Well,
called?
better way to cool off, you know?
Right? Like sweat? Where? I'm salt water. What are you talking about? All right, and to finish it off, if there's anything else you want to add to this space right now, lightning round.
Lightning round? Oh my God.
Lightning round, just one after another. The craziest things you could add into the future Co.LAB space.
Rock climbing wall?
The place where a trampoline room.
What else?
A place where dancers can, or anyone can get massages because they're gonna be really sore after like training and stuff. So
Yep. Free massages.
free. I don't know.
Free massages. Hey, is that ideal?
This is that dynamic from before. We got the idea and the All right, one more crazy thing that you would want in this ideal studio.
A 24-hour food court.
All right, done. I'm
Yep.
putting this out. Any rich investor would like to fund this specific plan, like this exactly. Slide, raise, food court, hit me up, hit them up. We'll make this happen. All right, and yeah, that brings us to the end of our interview today.
Oh my God.
So much for coming on. This was a blast. I hope you guys had a good time.
Yes, I'm actually kind of sad this is over.
It's too quick.
Going for like another hour.
Please. I'm not a great dancer, but I'm good at this. So, all right, and yeah, we're done for today. Remember, all of our food will be in the description, so support local, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Thank you.